Baby bump, baby bump, baby bump.
Oh, look at you. Oh. You look how I hoped I would look.
Still got a while to go.
Oh. So you are 6.5 months?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Petite and gorgeous. When I was 6.5 months, I looked like I'd eaten you.
Though. Is it? Yeah, it's like way bigger than average. They've brought the due date as far forward as they possibly can, and it's still oversized. So.
Yeah, but I was a big baby, but so it doesn't really mean much, you know. I was 10 pounds something. Yeah, but yeah, that doesn't. I don't think it really. Well,
did your mum have any more after you?
I was the last.
No, yes, I'm not surprised.
They get bigger all the time.
Oh,
no,
really?
£10 was enough.
Okay.
No, we were talking before you came on about childhood comments and little throwaway things that people might say to you when you're little that have maybe stuck with you. Have you got any that you can think of that might have stuck with you?
Well, funny enough, actually, there was when I was 16 and at the start of Boyzone, one of the producers we were working with said to our manager at the time, "Get rid of the blonde fella, he can't sing." And you know, this is the truth. And our manager said it to me. And rather than it being a negative for me, though, it was one of those empowering things where I thought, I'll prove him wrong.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess it kind of reflects on the person, you know, as well. You know, whether you can handle something like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's wrong, though, you know?
Yeah, then you put on, like, a different hair...
No, I didn't.
No, he did. It went back in.
No, that wasn't me. That was another story. That was another one. Baby brain, baby brain.
What about you, Storm? Has anyone ever said anything to you?
Yeah, actually, I had a couple of girls in high school, actually, and I remember all their names to this day. But they gave me grief for being too happy. Yeah.
I get that. What's wrong with you? Why are you so happy?
Yeah, you're so happy. It must be fake. And I'm like, well, no, it's not. I'm just...
Happy?
Happy.
Yeah. What are their names?
I actually was about to say them because I'm not as rehearsed at this as Ronan.
Did you feel then that you hid your light under the bushel a bit then? Worried that it would...
definitely. My confidence went down a lot of notches. And I tried to be cool, like in terms of don't say too much, don't have too much of an opinion, don't be too joyful, just kind of play it easy.
Isn't that awful, just hearing those words, don't be too joyful?
I know.
Crazy,
You
right?
know, it is mad.
So wrong.
To be so thoughtful what we say to... Words are so powerful, aren't they?
They really are. Yeah, it's tough.
And you are literally, both reading your brief this morning, I was smiling. I was actually sat on the toilet, actually, when I was reading that. And it was the strangest thing. I thought, if anyone came in now, because I was literally going... Because it was just so lovely coming out and how happy you are about this baby.
Yeah, over me.
Bursting. I seriously, like you wear on the loo. I know, really, I cannot tell you how excited I am.
But the great thing is, you've already... Because when I met my husband, I was never going to be with anyone that already had children. I had this thing in my head. Then I met my husband, he had 2 children, and I could see what a brilliant father he was.
Yeah.
Is that the same case for you?
Oh, my God, every time I see him with his kids, I fall more and more in love. Like, he is the most incredible father, and I think it stands to him.
What was this about pulling over on the hard shoulder?
Oh, my God.
There was a bush involved.
Honestly, I was on tour in September in the UK, and we were driving, I think it was from Plymouth to Bournemouth, and the morning sickness was so bad for Storm that we had to pull over on the motorway, and she climbed out of the car and climbed into the hedge and lay down on the motorway in the hedge for 15 minutes.
Oh, no.
And I literally crawled. I mean, it's not just like a figure of speech. I literally crawled into the grass and went face down like this. And then he just left me. I said, just don't touch me.
Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
And Ray just walked the dog up inside the highway.
So if anybody saw me on the motorway walking our little dog, she was in the hedge.
Talking about, is it stressful or is it exciting to conceive? Did you guys find it really fun?
Wasn't stressful, no. Exciting, yes.
Any kitchen tables involved? No.
Look, you know, I was watching the show earlier and you were talking about it. I think we have friends that, you know, had a schedule, definitely.
Yeah.
And I can imagine how stressful that could be. And I think taking stress out of it is probably what really makes the magic happen without, you know, I think that's really important.
Yeah.
We didn't have one, so...
Our lives are already so busy, and it was something that we knew that we wanted, but we weren't in any major rush, you know, so we just kind of thought, oh, let's just go with it.
Had fun
and we
trying.
did.
And you're off to Australia next week, aren't you?
Yeah, well, no, March, yes. I'm doing a TV drama down there. I'm doing 2 episodes of a new show. Well, actually, it's in its 4th season, so I'm doing that at the end of March. And, yeah.
Where's the baby going to be born?
Here.
London.
Here.
London.
London,
Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
And you've got is it your 11th Emerald and Ivy ball coming
Stace
up?
was there last year, yeah. And you performed.
I did.
Yeah.
Such a pleasure to be at, and
Oh, no,
to
it's
see all
great to
those
have you.
incredible stories and amazing people that you're supporting. It is such a lovely, lovely ball.
We get some pretty fabulous guests here on Loose Women. There's plenty more where that came from. Just click here to watch more interviews with a whole range of famous faces. And click here to subscribe. It's free, so you'd be silly not to, really.